Hi, it's Ali here and bringing you another quick tutorial. It's a bit of a tutorial and half finish off project that I'm doing for the show in November, where the Pearlywinks are bringing out their We Are a Family set of stamps. So what I've done is I've prepared the canvas. I've sprayed it with the baby blue Pearlywinks spray, and then I've just edged it with sky blue distress ink, oops, daisy, wrong around, just to give it coverage all over. I'm not bothered about the middle because we're going to fill that in with this, and this is kitchen roll. And what I've done is, I'll do it with you here. It's 3 pieces of kitchen roll, and it's got holes in it, so you can see when it's finished it actually doesn't have the holes in it. It looks a bit like not rice paper, but well, tissue paper, and it's took the embossing from the embossing folder, and this is the dried version, and this is what's going to go on the front of my canvas. So what I've done, as I said, I've taken 3 sheets of kitchen roll and then cut it to size into the embossing folder. This one, if you're interested, if you like the pattern on it, is the Sheena Douglas, and it's the Distress Splatter embossing folder. So what I've done, I'll bring in the embossing fold, the big shot, you can see it going through. What I've done is sprayed onto the actual tissue about 3 times on the front, about 3 times on the back. You mustn't over wet it. Obviously, just a bit of a safety note here as well, do use a manual machine. I'm using a manual Big Shot. Okay, don't put this through your Gemini or your the other one, I can't remember what it's called, Cut and Boss. So if you've got a Cuttlebug or a Big Shot or the Spellbinders, the red one, I can't remember what it's called, Baby Blue, anything like that that is manually cranked with your hand, put it through. But obviously water and electricity don't mix, so I'm not going to get into trouble for anybody you know, blowing themselves up doing this technique because they've put it through their Gemini, etc. So that's just covering my myself there. So what I've done, so that you've got the same idea with what I've already created, I've used the baby blue, so just plonk the baby blue, and I've used yellow, just the 2 colours, because I don't want to overface the project. It will go through, but I did turn it over and do it again. As I said, don't over wet it, and then fold it over, oops daisy, like so, and we'll do it together. Pop it inside your plates for your Big Shot. I'm going to turn this round actually because hand crank's on this side for me, I'm right-handed, so pop that under, and then she says don't do it that way, take it to top tab over. Always goes wrong, doesn't it, when you go live? You know, everything's going great when you're preparing it. As soon as you press that record button, right, so I'll pop it through now. That's better. There we go. Pop that to one side. Take out. There. So you can open up your tissue and you can see that it's taken on that lovely embossing and it's not soaking wet, which is what we're trying to avoid. So this obviously needs to dry, so I'll put that to one side to dry. And as always, in great Blue Peter style, it will come out like this. So, you know, you've got the end bit where the embossing folder's closed over. There you go, that's the debossed side and the embossed side. What I also did, because I still had some ink on my embossing folder, is I put some copier paper through, and that's come up lovely as well. I think this actually was the pumpkin orange that I used, so that's a lovely background. Obviously chop up and make as a background, and then the blue is your debossed side and your embossed side, just on copier paper, and I think that made a few great backgrounds. So there's some more bits and pieces there to play with later on. So bring in the project that I'm working on now, as soon as I can get, and this is one that's all dry. So what I've done is I've torn it, and I'll do this corner with you. So literally it just tears really, really easily, like so, and that's going to go on the top of my canvas, like so. So that's giving a nice background, a bit of a mixed media background. And here I've got Dan, who is the chappie from the We Are a Family stamp range, and he's going to go on here. And then I've got 2 sentiments to go on there, and then I've just cut him out a trendy pair of glasses, and they're just going to get popped over the top there. So this just needs putting together, so I'll do that now. So I'm going to do, to adhere the tissue to the canvas, is use some glue gel, because that to me is, you know, use this and it's never going to come off. Pretty tough glue. Once it hardens off, that's it, going nowhere. Pop that on. Also, you've got wiggle room. If you make a mistake, you can pull it up and whatnot. So Dan's going to go there. So I'm going to pop, whoops, fingers right in it. Pop the sentiment at the top and the bottom. These are from Tim Holtz's mix of sentiments that I got a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely love them. There's all sorts in there, something for every occasion. And I'm not going to colour Dan, I'm just going to leave him in his black and white state. Pop him in the middle. So this really is a really, really simple, easy mixed media project. I'm going to take off. So what I've done is on the back of there I've put a foam pad just to lift it up. So pop his glasses on. Just going to wipe off the overspill of the gel, which we don't want sticking over the top of the glasses. And I'll put it into the middle there. I don't really want the glasses to be sort of flush onto his face. I want them to be a bit more like so. Oh, yeah, happy with that. So there you go. Just a quick, very quick. I mean, you can add more things to that. You can add embossing paste and go through some stencils or anything like that to add to. But I think just with that in the background, you've got the splat, you know, you've got the distress of the tissue and the embossed. I think they're great at the splatters. I think that's a cool canvas for a mail. There we go. Thank you very much for coming in and having a look, see at what I've been up to again. I've still got loads more to come, so keep a check out, subscribe and like, and then obviously every time something comes out, you'll get to know straight away. You'll get a message to say that I've done something new. Thank you very much and see you soon. Bye.